Hi, I'm Simon from Motordrome. Now today we're going to take a walk around and a drive of this 1997 Volvo 850R Estate 7-seater automatic, the iconic 850R. Two videos, one walk around, one driving, plus a bit of starting and idling action at the beginning of the driving video. Hope you like them. Okay, quick shot of start up and idle on this so everything goes out apart from the traction off warning light. Now we'll look under bonnet. Nice steady idle on it. As you can see, it's nicely warmed up at the moment. .20 valve 5-cylinder turbo engine, the R engine. You can see it's got a full strut brace on it. No funny noises. I know you can't tell from the video, but there's no funny smells either. Doesn't smell oily. Just performing the way it should. There we go. Next up is driving. Okay, let's take this 97 on a P Volvo 850R Estate Automatic for a spin. Now, I love these cars, I have to say. And this is a nice one actually. It's showing 183,000 miles, so it's just run in. I'll come on in a minute as to why we'll have to say that mileage is known incorrect. But let's fire it up anyway. Warning lights come up as they should. And starts nicely. The only light that stays on is the traction off light. And that's apparently since the previous owner fitted a different ECU to it, which we still have in the glove box here, which gave a lot more power, but was a bit unreliable in terms of warning lights and stuff. So he's put the original ECU back on it, but now the traction off light is still on. So let's take it for a spin. Let's turn the fan on a little bit. It's got climate control on this one, but it's fair to say it's not ice cold. Would be a bit of a stretch to expect it to be that good on a 26-year-old vehicle. But anyway, so we're into D and off we go. Now, I mentioned about the mileage, and that's because of the speedo. It's a common fault on these for the speedo to stop working when it feels like it, and it's just done it on this one. It was going just now, went up to 30 miles an hour, now it's cut out again. That is, as I say, a very common fault on these Volvo Estates, just old electronics basically. So we will have to say mileage incorrect. Now, if the speedo not working, and as I say, it does it, I did about 20 miles in it last night, and half the time it worked, half the time it didn't. If that's an issue for you, I suggest a GPS app on your phone or something. A speed app would be the way to go, or an old-fashioned sat nav, which has always got speed on, but it's not really practical to repair unless you really know your electronics. Anyway, let's get back to the car itself. No signs of any misfiring, hesitancy or overheating. And in terms of rattles and squeaks, the tailgate rattles very slightly, but I think every one I've ever had of these does that. Brakes nicely. Does sound good. Unfortunately, we seem to have hit a traffic jam for some reason. What's going on here? It's supposed to be a fast bit of road. Driver turning right. There we go. Gearbox changes gear exactly the way it should. Nice and smooth changes on it. It's obviously got switchable automatic on it. the exception of the erratic speedo, which, as I say, is a very common fault on these. All the other dials, the boost gauge, temperature gauge and fuel gauge are all working as they should, and the rev counter. Excellent brakes. I know the last owner of this was a serious enthusiast and carried out an awful lot of work on it. And I haven't looked through the history file yet, but I have a fair view. It's going to be pretty immense. These are just fantastic, fast estate cars. They've got a real cachet to them. Track's nice and straight, no problems there. Hasn't got any bump steer or anything. Here. Okay, off we go. Sounds great, the 5-cylinder motor on this. Really performs strongly. So no funny or sinister noises. It didn't hesitate when I gave it some throttle there. Settles back down to, now we're behind other cars, just settles back down to cruising along. Oh, that's cruise, that's one thing. The cruise control I don't think works, because I did try it last night and I couldn't get any life out of it. No, cruise control isn't working. And this one's a bit rare, being a 7-seater. So I think there we have it. Really, there's not much more I can tell you about it. It's a nice drive. It really is. So we'll just put in here quickly. Hope you like it.